Hi, Mr. Patrick. So this is the video for the Battle of the Sexes, and the title of the our game is the Battle of the Colors. So here's how it works. Each player starts out with 8 cards, 4 of them of each color. So you have 4 red and 4 black. 4 rounds, and so the players simultaneously place down a color, and they try to win points. So player 1's first goal is to place down the same color as player 2, and his second priority is to place down a red card. Player's 2 aim is to have the same color, and second priority is to place down a black card. So for each time that they're together, each player gets 2 points, and for each time that they put down a card of their color, they get a point. At the end of the game, the player who reaches 9 points gets a Subway cookie. So, if it's the red-red scenario, player 1 benefits because not only did he match with player 2, but he also put down his preferred color, so he wins 3 points. Player 2 benefits in this scenario as not only does player 2 match with player 1, he also places his preferred card down. This is the worst outcome because you literally don't win any points at all. So player 2 places a red card, which is not his preferred color, and player 1 puts down a black card, which is also not his preferred color. And since they don't even match and both are not their preferred colors, they win 0 points. This is a scenario where player 1 puts down his preferred color and player 2 puts down his preferred color. And one major difference between our point system and the one used in the Battle of the Sexes is that the Battle of Sexes uses ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are numbers that aren't in proportion to each other. So, for example, they aren't like winning 4 points and winning 2 points, that kind of idea. They are in order of preference. However, ours is directly our cardinal numbers because they literally are in proportion to each other. Three points is more than 2 points, and 2 points is more than 1 point, and they're all in proportion to each other. Yes, so this is a Battle of Sexes game since there's also 2 Pareto efficient payoffs. Over here and over here, and there's also 2 Nash equilibriums because if you're over here or you're over here, you will not want to change your decision, as if you're switching to any other option will result in a lower payoff. So this is Nash equilibrium. This is a Nash equilibrium. According to the min-max strategy, the outcome of the game would be the 2-2 scenario. The 1-1 scenario. According to the min-max strategy, the natural outcome would be the 1-1 scenario, as each player is a lot more selfish. So, which is true when we played it out. That's it. So this was the first round of the first game, and I found it quite interesting that I was playing as player 2, with my preferred color as black. My opponent was playing as player 1 with his preferred color as red. And I found it quite interesting that we tried to cooperate and we thought that the other one would be selfish, so I put down a red, hoping that he would put down a red and we could have a cooperate scenario. Well, he thought the exact same thing as what I was going to do. So he put down a black and thinking that I'd be selfish. So since we didn't match and since we didn't have placed on our preferred colors, we got 0 points for the first round. And it goes to show that humans can really be more cooperative than game theory might suggest. So this was the first game, second round, and I had placed down a black since I was my preferred color, and my opponent placed down a black to cooperate with me because that's what he assumed I would do. We don't have perfect information on what the other one would do, but and since your response really depends on what your opponent does, there is no dominant strategy. So I ended up receiving 3 points because I had placed down my preferred color and we matched. My opponent ended up with 2 points because we matched. So first game, third round. Since we cooperated before with him placing a black down and not placing a preferred color. I returned the favor. I said I placed down a red card, even though that wasn't my preferred color. And so cooperated with him. So I ended up with 2 points. He ended up with 3 points. So this is our last round. I've just surpassed 7 points, and I think that this our game really does demonstrate the Battle of Sexes game because we have three really important similarities. We have two Nash equilibrii. That this is the exact same number as the Battle of Sexes game, because if if this game is repeated over time, people will alternate between one and the other, and that will become a mixed strategy. And also, they're stuck in this of the two Nash equilibria, because one person does not want to leave. One person always respects the other's choice. So if I go for red, I'm trying to help my friend out. If I'm going for black, I'm trying to help myself. So so there's that Nash equilibrium where we have a mutually beneficial relationship. We get more points if we cooperate. So if we both place down the same cards, same color, we both benefit. Another similarity between us and the Battle of Sexes game is the lack of down strategy. There is no down strategy. I need to know what my opponent is doing. In order to make my decision, so I usually just end up guessing, or I alternate between black and red, which is what I did in this scenario. Um, yeah, I think that's it. That's all the similarities, and I hope you really enjoyed listening to our game, Mr. Hopkins. So yeah.